My name is Daniel, and I never thought I would become the kind of man who tests love. But life gives you too many reasons not to trust. I grew up surrounded by wealth. My father built an empire and taught me everything he knew before he passed away. I inherited businesses, properties, people's respect, and unfortunately, people's greed as well. Every woman I dated somehow, always accidentally, discovered who I really was. And every single time, their love grew suspiciously stronger the moment they learned how rich I was. They didn't love me. They loved the life I could give them. So when I met Lily, I made a decision that would change us both. I'd live as someone ordinary, someone simple. I wanted to know if love could exist without money. No luxury cars, no personal driver, no mansion. Just a small, slightly old apartment with creaking floors and thin walls, a basic job, and a quiet life. When I met her, she seemed different. Warm eyes, gentle smile, and that soft, dreamy way she talked about love as if it was sacred. She laughed when I said I had nothing. "Money doesn't matter to me," she whispered, resting her head on my shoulder. "We'll build our happiness together." For a while, she meant it. Those first months were beautiful. We cooked cheap dinners together. We shared blankets in the cold apartment when the heater barely worked. We took evening walks instead of expensive dates. Sometimes she'd fall asleep on my chest, breathing slowly, peacefully, and I'd stare at the ceiling, wishing, hoping, begging life that maybe this time I'd found someone real. But money, or lack of it, always reveals the truth eventually. Little by little, the fairy tale cracked. It started with complaints disguised as jokes. "Do you ever wish we had more? Other girls don't live like this, you know." Then comparisons. "Look at Emily. She went to Paris. Her boyfriend really loves her. Look at that couple's apartment. It's so beautiful." Then came silence. Cold, heavy silence. She didn't laugh the same anymore. Didn't hug me the same. Didn't look at me the same. Love started measuring itself in price. That's when I staged the final test. I lost my job. When I told her, she froze. Not scared for me, scared for herself. "Oh," she breathed out, voice trembling, but not from sadness. "For how long?" "I don't know," I answered softly, staring straight into her soul. "Maybe months." That night she didn't sleep next to me. She lay on her side, back turned, scrolling on her phone while I silently stared at the ceiling again, this time with a breaking heart. After that, she began staying busy. New clothes appeared, new jewelry, perfume far too expensive for her salary, late nights with friends. Suddenly, she had someone who helped her with things, someone who understood stability. She never said his name. She didn't need to. One night, I heard her whispering in the kitchen. She wasn't crying. She wasn't confused. She wasn't torn. She was calculating. "I can't live like this. He's sweet, but he'll never give me a real life." "Yes, I know. I'll talk to him soon." Every word stabbed deeper. The next day, she smiled at me sweetly, kissed my cheek, and said, "We'll always be honest with each other, right?" I wanted to scream. I wanted to tell her I knew. Instead, I nodded. Weeks passed. She fell completely into that other world. Nicer restaurants, better places, better man, as she believed. Until one evening she came home and sat across from me, expression rehearsed. "Daniel," she began softly, "I need to think about my future. I need stability. I need a man who can provide. I can't waste my life hoping you will change." No tears, no hesitation. Just a business decision. She hugged me kindly, like you pat a dog before abandoning it, packed her things and left. She didn't look back, and I let her go. She thought she upgraded. She thought she chose better. Meanwhile, I returned home, to my reality, to my true name, to my true world. Months passed. She forgot me. She lived luxury. She posted pictures with expensive dinners, designer bags, glamorous smiles. Love never looked so fake. Then fate brought us together again. A massive corporate gala. The elite were there. CEOs, investors, important men. I arrived as the main honored guest, the key financial partner controlling the company of the very man she now depended on. She walked in beside him, laughing, dressed like a queen. She didn't see me at first. Why would she? In her mind, I was a poor memory. The host tapped the microphone. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the visionary behind our success, Daniel Carter. She turned, her world shattered. Her hand trembled in her wealthy boyfriend's grip. Her smile died. Her soul collapsed in her eyes. I walked past her slowly, confident, calm, untouched. For the first time, she finally saw me. Not the poor boy, not the burden, the man, the truth, the life she threw away. After the ceremony, she ran to me, eyes red, voice broken. Daniel, why? Why didn't you tell me? Why did you make me think you had nothing? I never needed you to love what I had, I said quietly. I needed you to love me. She broke, completely, dropped her pride, dropped her dignity. She fell to her knees, in a hall full of powerful people. Please, I made a mistake. I thought I needed stability. I thought love wasn't enough. I didn't know. Please, I still love you. For a second, I wished I could believe her. For a second, I wished she hadn't failed me. But love without loyalty is just noise. You didn't fail because you chose comfort, I said softly. You failed because when life tested you, you chose betrayal. I stepped back. Her tears hit the marble floor. Her boyfriend stared in shock, now understanding exactly who stood before him. And I walked away, not out of revenge, not out of pride, out of peace. That day, she didn't just lose wealth. She lost the chance to ever say she was real. She lost the right to ever claim she loved purely. And I learned something priceless. A poor house filled with loyalty is richer than a palace built on betrayal. Sometimes we don't lose love. We just remove the mask from the person who never had it. And when the mask falls, some people desperately beg to pick it back up. But once you see the truth, you can never pretend again.